This is my second year at Thomas Jefferson, so my second year as an independent school teacher. I have to say, one of the things that stands out to me most about my experience has to do with the amount of freedom and flexibility that I have in an independent school classroom. We are able to, really, dive deep into some very, very meaningful, very challenging material with a sense of curiosity and striving for excellence that I didn't really get the sense of that was my experience when I was in the public school system. So I just really appreciate how much students are coming to the classroom every day, geared up, ready to go to learn and to challenge themselves, challenge me. So it makes it a really fun day.
Great. And is there anything else that's kind of stuck out to you in terms of major differences between independent schools and maybe the public school setting or other
Yeah.
kinds of educational options?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of alluded to that in the sense of like what students are bringing to the classroom every day. But I feel like the big one of the big differences for me is that in the independent school system, I see that everyone really comes to the table with a responsibility, a shared responsibility for student outcomes and success. Where in the public school system, I know that everyone, I believe everyone was there for the right reasons, but sometimes it felt like there was some. Uh, Lack of uniformity or connection between everyone there for the students. So
Mhm.
yeah, in the independent school system, I just feel like at TJ, we're all on board for the same reasons, and we work hard at making sure that that comes across to our kids and our families.
Oh, that's great. Well, and tell me a little bit about the relationship you have with your administration and your other colleagues and faculty members. How do you feel supported by them? And then also, what opportunities have you been given or have you been given for professional and personal growth?
Sure. So a difference between my administrator here and administration and the public school system is that for us with Dr. Troutman at Thomas Jefferson, he's kind of hands off. He trusts that he's got the right people on the bus to do the job. But he does stay involved by checking in on classes, asking questions about how things are going. He's always excited, in this virtual world now to come back and look at some of the recordings and things like that. So anything I ever need from Dr. Trotman, I'm able to get. But again, he's pretty hands off, so I feel like he trusts me to do the best job possible. As far as my colleagues, we are a very helpful bunch. We lean on each other. We're always sharpening each other's, knowledge and skills, pushing each other. So it's just a very comfortable, environment with my colleagues. We trust and believe in each other, and we have fun working together. So yeah, and as far as my professional development opportunities, again, only 2 years in, I feel like I've already grown by leaps and bounds in the classroom as well as in other areas. For example, as soon as I jumped on board with independent schools, I was able to sponsor mock trial team and a new team, mediation team here. And so just being able to be a part of student life and success inside and out of the classroom has been really fun and exciting. I've also been, kind of pulled into several different committees. One is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. It's been exciting because I work with a team here at TJ, but also in a broader sense, starting to work with another team that's more of a ISIL-wide committee. So that's been fun. It's also been very rewarding because I get to hear other voices that are shaping what's happening in our school as well as ISIL, and I'm also adding to that. So it's been fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then talk a little bit about relationships that you've been able to develop with families, with parents, and so forth. And what has that been like, and how has that maybe been different from other experiences?
Yeah, I didn't know much about like the boarding system until coming to TJ, to the independent schools. But that's been a really positive spot in my life and for my family. For example, I have 3 students that I advise who are from China, and I stay in close contact with their parents, their families. We have a really good, strong relationship. you know, and working with, you know, my other advisees. I have 5 advisees who are day students, and you know, the parents, we're in close contact with each other. You know, if something's going on, I'm the first to know so that I can be a support with what's happening here at school. And it just makes for bigger, stronger relationships. You know, whenever you are working that closely with students. So it's been a lot of fun to engage in that particular aspect of student life. So yeah.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, tell me, what would you want others to know as they are going to be attending our job fair, maybe looking at independent schools for the first time? What
Yeah.
would you want to share with them?
I'd say just come in with an open mind. You know, I remember my experience with the job fair a few years ago, and I just kind of like came in with a curiosity of like what what's independent schools and what again what's different about them. And I formed a really good connection right away with our TJ representative, and because of that kind of ease in that conversation, I started seeing myself more and more of being a good candidate for independent schools. And so I say just come with an open mind, ask as many questions as you can, and ask them to sell themselves to you. Like what makes this so special? What makes every ISO school, you know, unique? And really try to like figure out like what you are going to bring to the table and what you would like to do and become if you are a part of the independent school system. And I'll say that that's important because in just a short period of time, I've already, I think, exceeded my short-term goals of getting involved and really like kind of making my own mark in my school. So yeah, just come with the open mind and take a look around. There's a lot, I think, a lot going on at ISIL that you know might interest you.